Hi there, Vanessa Warwick here of Property Tribes TV, and today I'm joined again by Philip Calvert of IFA Life. And Philip, I'm just going to talk a little bit about moving forwards into 2011 and what's going to be happening in the financial world, because of course we are in uncharted waters really, aren't we? But one of the things that I think is really interesting, just as a sort of sideline, is that the lenders are monitoring the social streams, aren't they? They're looking at what people are posting on YouTube and on forums and so on. So how's this affecting the way people operate, do you think? Is it going to dictate transparency?
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
I hope so.
It's a really interesting thing. And a lot of the lenders are looking, and a lot of them aren't looking. Some of them don't dare look. Some of them take the view that people who chatter on the internet, it's just idle gossip, and they're not really people that they need to take any notice of. After all, they're the big lending organisation. They have a business plan, they have a strategy, and that's what they're going to follow. But I think the world is changing, quite dramatically and on a daily basis.
No, I totally agree.
And the world is not just governed by what a journalist might say in a Sunday paper once a week. It's being governed and it's being dictated by ordinary consumers like you and me on a daily basis, if not on an hourly basis. If we went on to Twitter right now and we did some search for anything around money, lending, mortgages, that sort of area, we'll find mountains and mountains of material. Now, some of the good financial institutions, they are watching this stuff very, very carefully.
And also, what about from the point of view that it's becoming harder and harder to get finance? Surely they can look at the social streams to see what people are revealing about themselves. If somebody is perhaps advocating some sort of fraudulent deal structure or something of that nature, they can be looking at all those things as well, can't they?
I think there's two distinct areas here and two distinct opportunities for financial institutions. First of all, we're already seeing a certain amount of underwriting being done in some financial services sectors based on what an underwriter can see in front of them. For example, they might look at somebody's Facebook page and they get a sense of someone's lifestyle and who they are. So people's social profiles will inevitably become part of the underwriting process, whether it's for insurance, whether it's for lending, finance, the whole underwriting thing. It's extra information for the underwriter.
Yes.
The second opportunity, I think, is that financial institutions, particularly lenders, can use the social web to... In the old days, they would have like a group where they'd meet in a hotel, a focus group, and they'd ask questions. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? What are your views on this? Now they can do it in real time.
Yeah, like live R&D.
And they can create new products based on the interactions that they've had with consumers online, on Twitter, in any of these groups.
Absolutely. What we actually want and need in our property businesses, for instance. How do you see the buy-to-let side of financing going? Are we going to see lower loan to values? Are we going to see more regulation? How do you see that panning out?
I think the lenders are going to be quite tough for quite a bit yet. You can have all the pressure you like from government to start lending again or to lend more again, but I think they're going to be extremely cautious for quite a while. But and that's just something we're going to have to get through. But again, I think now is a great opportunity for real creativity from lenders to come up with new ideas based on their interactions with consumers and what consumers who are perfectly creditworthy in whether they're going for commercial lending, whether it's personal lending. Let's get closer to the consumer in all sorts of different ways and learn more about the consumers. And again, the web is a perfect opportunity for them to do that.
Do you also see that lenders will be looking to see if, particularly on the buy-to-let side of things, that people do treat their properties as a business, and that can be revealed in the social streams? Do you think they're going to be looking more at how individuals operate?
Well, they could be, yes, and they should be. If they took the trouble to learn about how the social web works, one simple thing they will realise, we work with an internet psychologist, and he studies the way people behave online. And just one of the things that he said is people reveal very much more about themselves online than they do face to face, and very much earlier on in the relationship. So lenders in any market, whether it's a buy-to-let, whatever market it is, they can learn very much more about their customers and the likelihood of whether they may or may not want to lend to them in the future just from getting close to them online, because they reveal this stuff about themselves.
Well, it's a fascinating topic, Philip, and I could carry on talking for ages, but we're out of time now. So thank you very much for that. I think it's really food for thought, and I agree with you that in 2011, I think we're going to see a lot of changes in financial services, the way the lenders are interacting and monitoring the social streams and looking at all the different sites and seeing who's doing what and who's saying what. I think it's going to be interesting times ahead. So that's Philip Calvert, founder of IFA Life, which is a fantastic community for IFAs and anybody interested in financing, banking, anything to do with financial services. So do go and check it out. And Philip, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching Property Tribes TV.